at you with another video. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my guy, the rapper, Tommy Nello, a.k.a. 49ers for Sale, man. How's it going, bro?
Yo, what's up, brother?
Nothing much, bro. Hey, man, you've been on fire, bro. Liked your music, a lot of good stuff. But you were talking about one of your other stuff, like your pin stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, man. We got the pins popping every week, man. Every Saturday. Don't sleep.
Don't sleep, man. But speaking of yourself, bro, you know, what made you a Niners fan just from Southern California, bro? Because I seen you come at the game like against the Commanders. That's when we first interacted.
Yeah, no, man. It goes back to when I was like, 10 years old. And I was actually living in New York at the time. I've told this story to a few people before. I don't know. Just something about the Niners. I read in gold, bro. You know, maybe should have been a Bills fan. I was living out there in upstate New York, near the Buffalo. But nah, man. I just remember mom's bought me like a hamper, had the Niner logo, and it's been Niner gang ever since. It's just one of those things from when you're a kid, you know? Like, I mean, you kind of remember, but I mean, it's just like, it's almost like you were born with it type shit, you know?
It was just like a purpose, you know, just like for me, you know, my families are Cowboy fans. I just had to find something that wasn't my purpose. So finding Steve Young was a good purpose, you know, seeing what he did. That was cool to look at different ways. And plus he was within the Bay Area. So it wasn't like a difficult to go watch games and all that stuff. So, you know, speaking of your music, man, the one recent music that I like, bro, is the Scott Hall one, bro. That one's freaking dope.
Oh, Life on Drip.
Yeah, Life on Drip. I think it's one of the most underrated songs, bro. I think you put on like fire, bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I put out a project last summer. I was working on it for years. I didn't want to put it out till I was done with the certain lifestyle that I had was going with at the time when I was writing it. And I won't talk about that, but yeah, I finally put it out, and yeah, we just did a video, messed around with it. The guy on the song Bags, he's been rapping with me since I was like 18 years old, so it was just in-house family production, and we made the video happen, and it was fun. It was dope.
Yeah, you know, you were kind of like what really got you into the music business?
And high school, I graduated in 05, so at that time, you know, it was all about like Dipset. All my homies at school, we would rap. So it was like Dipset, G Unit, all these groups. And, you know, we grew up with Wu Tang,
Yeah.
Outkast, and we just started rap. We bought a mic one day. We just started rapping, and then being in LA, it's a little easier to like take off. Nipsey Hussle went to my high school. A lot of other rappers that went to my high school, Kid Ink. And we just started doing our thing. And then this was like early mid 2000s, early 2010s when I was like really doing my shit. But I've been on and off with it. Certain things happen with my life, you know. Things happen, shit happens. So the passion didn't carry on as far as I wanted to go. But I mean, I still love making the music here and there.
Yeah, and you do your own kind of brand, like your own clothing brand or blings and other stuff. I see you sell some merchandise out there.
Oh yeah, no, just the pins, bro. Just the pins.
Just the pins.
Oh, yeah,
just
I had all the vintage stuff, but we slowed down on that because we've been so busy with the pins. That's how 49ers for Sale got started. Was we just set up shop outside of our chapter in West LA, the Saloon Squad. If anyone's ever been out there, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of the Saloon Squad. I would just set up, sell raffle tickets for items, and then it was popping. This was like hardball years, and then the next season I brought out like old memorabilia that I had that I was trying to, you know, raise some money, get some bread, and we would start selling it, like just old like vintage 80s 90s probably like you never even seen before. Like every time I would find it, like I would like, damn, I never saw this item before. And then we put it out there, and people would pay and buy, and then it became my brand in 2018. And then sorry, my dogs are going crazy. Probably someone's just
Yeah, it's all good,
walked
man.
by. And yeah, man. And then last year we did the first pin. Me and my son, we came up with we decided to do the Debo when he was flexing with the chain, make that
Yeah.
a pin. And shit, as far as for now, the rest is history, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Like the brand just stood out. Like I can see why you kind of come up with the name. And then I saw like weeks ago or probably months ago, you had Ric Flair giving you that shout out and then coming into the event, bro. That hey, if you can get a guy like one of the greatest of all time to come into your event, bro, that speaks volume. You got hustle, bro. So you got
Yeah.
some hustle into that guy.
Yeah, we didn't know that if that was gonna happen or not, but it happened, and it was fortunate to happen right before WrestleMania. I was a huge wrestling fan when I was a kid, um, but it's just something I wanted to do with my bring to WrestleMania was in LA, and yeah, that pack sold out pretty quick. We still got some of the pins available, like the Ric Flair and the sourdough Sam one, but the 4-pack, like that belt was like the main one. Everyone, like people still ask me every day, "Am I going to bring the belt back?" And I'm like, "Yeah, eventually." But the pack sold out pretty quick.
Yeah, the brands are pretty good. I might need to consider get me one of those little pin from you.
I'll send anyone, bro. Just we'll link up. Send me your address. I got you.
Okay, for sure, man. Like, you know, what was so interesting about going to the games, bro, is it's a lot better in person than just watching the game. So, what was it like just to come around the stadium? Like, I know you probably pretty much been to Candlestick Park, right?
Yeah, first time I was at Stick was the Catch 3.
Oh yeah,
The Saints game.
yeah.
I went alone. I was that's when I was like getting back, and like I was like kind of like exiting my music career and like the passion for that. And Niners were popping in. I forgot how much I loved the Niners, you know? Like I mean, it's sad to say, I mean, but you know, when we were losing, I was in high school dealing with like girls and the music, and then the Niners were like trash, and then like we started coming back as I was like exiting the music, so I like got back in my Niners shit, and it's like I went to Candlestick. That was what 2010 or 11. And then, you know, Levi's, we went every year for at least one game. But I mean, this last past year has been a big blessing for me. So I was fortunate to go to every home game this year, and that's just amazing. And then the fact that they let me go on the field and pass out the kids, that's truly a blessing. And
I've seen that. I've seen some of those videos where you just go right into the stadium. But then what's even interesting was you just come in like a regular person, and I'm just like saying, "Who the hell is this guy wanting my charger on my phone?" You know, but I'm like, all right, man, I'm cool with it.
yeah, the iPhone 8 was dying pretty fast. I had to upgrade, man.
Nah, but other than that, you seem like a really cool dude. And then Chili Will just had like we were right on the lounge area, so I guess when it came to my attention, we were just chilling, getting close to the game area, and then somehow you just came right on the backside, and then you guys were just chit chatting. We were chit chatting a little bit, and then stuff started getting popping. You know, the game was getting pretty interesting and all that stuff. So
That was the
usually,
Commanders game, you said?
yeah, the Commanders game.
Okay.
That was the game where Kittle had a breakout game.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I usually hang out right there with Chili Willie, my boy Joe, a couple of guys I know from the Empire Row. And yeah, we just you were right there, and the homie Chili Willie. I always see Chili, he's tall like me, so I always spot him, and we just always poly up.
Yeah, he's a little taller than me, but he thought I was taller than him. I said, dude, you're a little taller than me.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a funny dude. Like we've interacted on social media, but when he kind of like what caught me by surprise was, you know, I had plans with family during that event and I didn't have no tickets to the game. And then Chili Will just hit me up and say, hey, CG, you want to come to the game, bro? I got you. And I'm like, okay. Like, you know, I had no plans in place, bro. So I just went along. And then that's when you came into the picture, into the lounge. And I'm like, all right, everybody got the passion for the Niners. But I'm like, and this guy's already asking for something. I was just being hilarious about it. But I said, hey, you seem like a good dude.
yeah. Oh, was that a question popped up? I don't know how.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here's a question about the Niners. Tommy, how do you feel about our quarterback situation?
I guess it's still up in the air, right? I mean, if Brock starts, Brock is our guy. If Brock doesn't start, I guess we'll see if we keep Trey Lance or not. That's still up in the air, right? But
Yeah,
I tell people, I said Brock Purdy, I know is a better quarterback than Trey Lance. And yeah, Trey hasn't played, but he has played. And
yeah.
I
Another
don't
man's
think
opinion.
he's not that accurate. He's not that accurate. Brock, he's more athletic than Brock, but Brock Purdy has proven himself to earn that number one spot right now. And like I said, if he's gonna be ready week one, he will be the starter. But like if Trey Lance starts because Brock's not ready, and Trey goes like I don't know, like fucking 5-1, 4-1, it's gonna be hard to pull him too. So I don't know. I just trust our front office, and I'm riding with whoever's at the helm for sure.
Yeah, absolutely,
Sam
dude. Like
Darnold, whatever.
like you said, bro, like Brock Purdy has more experience and he's been playing a lot of games in college compared to Trey Lance. So there's a difference, but he's injured. And if Trey does come up on fire, that can be a really
Yeah.
tough situation. And bringing in a guy like Sam Darnold, who's played a lot of NFL games and played a lot of games at U.S.C., that is very viable to bring into the quarterback room because this guy's been there and played his position. So
no, for sure, man. No, we're ready. All those rumors about Lamar or Aaron Rodgers, I never thought like we don't need those guys. We don't need that type of quarterback.
bunch of wash-ups, except Lamar is just exceptionally something, but we can't use him that way.
Right. I mean, the thing with Kyle, he demands accuracy. I feel like I know, and Brock has that, and Trey has not proven that, and he doesn't have it right now. So we'll see, But
Yeah,
like I said, I'm rocking with whatever. I don't know. Do you think Trey's gonna get traded this weekend? I don't think so.
I think it's just smokes out there. Like even John Lynch just cleared it out that there was just teams calling for him, but they never had no thoughts of it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and then you get a lot of these little divided fan base where they're saying, "Oh yeah, Trey's gonna be gone." I'm like, you gotta see what happens. I mean, I feel like you're right about what you said. Brock has proven that he is the guy because of the experience, but we don't know what Trey can be until he plays. You know, we got to see what he can be. So when you look into this other topics, bro, we can go on with the team in general, but man, that would be a good prediction just to play Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. That'd be cool just to beat him.
In the Super Bowl, damn, I don't even know. I'm sure their odds went up. The Jets to go at least into the playoffs this year.
Yeah, but I don't know if they'll go further. Like it's tough.
AFC is fucking tough, man.
It's stacked with the Chiefs, and you got the Bills, who are no joke. The Bengals, they're pretty good. It's like
I feel like the Broncos are going to be even good this year because now they got Peyton,
Sean Payton, Sean Payton
with Russell Wilson. Man, that's what was missing, a coach. Like, yeah,
a real coach. Yeah,
Russell Wilson is good and probably like one of the best football players ever. But
yeah, like
you have the right coach with him now. Like that whole division is changing now.
Yeah, everything's changing in all perspectively, but I think NFC West. I don't know how tough it's going to be, but I think it's still in our favor either way. I think Seattle will probably give us our money's worth again, but probably be a little more better this time. The Rams, they're in complete rebuild mode. I don't know what they're capable of being. So you can
Cardinals they still got
Kyler Murray.
Okay. Yeah, I think they re-signed Geno with the Hawks, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we'll sweep them again, to be honest.
Probably so. It's probably not going to be like twice a year. We might have to see Seattle maybe in the wild card again or divisional round, or maybe it might sound crazy. We might even see them in the conference where they're like the hot team and we come into this hosting a home game against them, and that'd be kind of crazy. But you see a lot of these hot teams. You know, usually the hot teams that play good are the ones who have slow starts and come hot into the season, and you can't beat them, and they go further.
Yeah, man, I want another season where we just come out like on fire, like 6-0, 10-0, and just like show everyone that like we're not playing like we're ready for a championship right now.
Yeah, we're ready for a championship, but the problem is can our quarterback stay healthy, man? We've been having this issue.
Yeah.
If you take away 2019, quarterback injuries have been the biggest issue for the Niners. I think we need to value more protection, at least something where a lineman can do his job, you know. But to answer Corey Davis's question, bro, I am glad Aaron Rodgers rumors are gone, bro. Like I got tired of hearing this. It's been going on for decades. If that was the case, we would have got him already.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, yeah, he's a great football player, but I mean, at that position, I feel like you need like good character, leadership, and I feel like all that's like out the window for him at this point in his career.
Absolutely, man. Like,
I mean, he'd be rolling his eyes. fucking passive aggressive, all that shit. Like we don't need that in our locker room.
And his attitude wouldn't fit well with Shanahan, because Shanahan doesn't want to have a quarterback that doesn't want to listen. There's a difference. If you're going to be like somebody like a Brock Purdy or somebody else, you have to listen to Shanahan and do exactly what the offense says. But for Aaron Rodgers, it's the opposite. He's going to be like, man, shut up. Let me fucking play.
Yeah, for real. Hey, he reminds me of the quarter. I was telling someone this other day. He reminds me of the quarterback in that movie, The Replacements, with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that one quarterback. I forget his name. Martell.
Yeah, Martell.
He said, "Shut up! I'm on the field, man." He says,
"That's who he reminds me of."
That's what it is. He's a wash-up quarterback. Yeah, that Martell guy. I know which one you're talking about, bro. That dude's like saying,
"I remembered his name." Now that you say that, I remember.
Yeah, that movie's still funny to this day. Like Replacement, they had a bunch of these other guys. Like Keanu Neal was the quarterback, and then those two offensive linemen. They were like kind of like cool to protect on. Falco, and they freaking damaged the dude's car. Like, is that your car?
Yeah,
my quarterback. Yeah, and then like there's a couple good movies I've actually been enjoying, like some sports movies, but the one movie that I think actually was the more funniest one out of besides The Replacement was The Waterboy.
Oh yeah, man, I saw him the other night, and it's funny. I was at the Laker game, and he passed right by me. I was like, "Hey, let's get a quick pick," and he goes, and then he was like, "All right, let's do it, like real quick." And I was like, "What? That was dope." Like, if he would have like walked away, I still would have been like, "Oh, you're still a legend." But the fact that he came back and he was like, "Oh, okay, let's do it real quick," that was dope. And that's of the game. I watched that movie Hustle, the basketball movie.
The one where he was a 76ers. I think.
Yeah, it was random. I just watched it, but I watched it. I was just chilling in the morning, getting ready for the day, and I knew I was going to the game, and then I had no clue he was going to be there, and then I saw him, and it's like surreal.
Yeah, it's a legend, bro. Like if I had a chance to interact with Adam Sandler, bro, I would take a quick picture in a heartbeat.
Yeah, like just a quick pic. He was on the court. He was on the court.
Yeah. So speaking of the Lakers, bro, since we both like the same team.
Oh shit, you're a Laker fan?
Yeah, 7 seed. Yeah, I mean, I ain't like those other Bay Area fans that like the Warriors, bro. I never even care for them.
I mean,
they're a good team, but it's like
tell people when they say, "How are you a Dodger fan and a Niner fan?" I'm like, I like what I like. Like that's what I like.
In the area.
Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, are you talking about some shit because I wasn't born here? Then what?
That's how some are, bro. Like that's just how it is. Yeah, dude. Some people will be like saying, "Why are you like all the Bay Area teams except the Warriors?" I'm like, dude, when I grew up, nobody gave a damn about the Warriors.
Right.
All they had was the Kings. Nobody cared about them either.
Kings. I remember the Kings growing up. The Lakers, the Warriors. Man, the only Warrior I can ever like name was it Chris Webber was a Warrior, right?
I believe so.
And Tim Hardaway.
I think Tim Hardaway. Yeah.
Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah, but they weren't like the hard times.
Those were like the names I can remember, and they weren't even like stars like for that organization.
That Alice guy was pretty much their only best player they had before the Curry era began.
Yeah, they came out and won 3 of them. So I mean, they're done. I don't think they're grandpas now. All those guys.
Yeah. Then you got the Steven Jackson, who's just an old washed-up basketball player who does like takes now, but he kind of like goes like smokes a little here and there.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Travis King about an hour ago. We were talking about this, and he said, "Yeah, the NBA." And I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's 100% rigged, but they got their ways of doing shit. So they're like, they want to see Lakers and Warriors next. They'd rather see that than the Kings. It's better for TV, better for marketing, and it's all about the money. So
it's possible. I could see that happening because you want two of the most historic franchise, and I guess if it were to be the other way, I guess a lot of these Kings fans be like, "Oh, told you they're screwing us over." But I think everybody wants to see the Warriors and the Lakers because it's a great historic franchise. You got two.
If that happens, I want to come up there for a game to the Bay and watch my Lakers.
Yeah,
I think we were like 3-1 against them this season.
Yeah, I think we played pretty well in certain matchups with them. We're 3-1 against Memphis, so Memphis is like already at that breaking point. So we just need one more win, and we just advance. And Kings and Warriors are just 2-2. So tonight
that might go 7. Then
yeah, it might be, but I'm
pretty get some rest.
I think what's the difference with the Lakers is we had a slow start because we were coming off injuries, and then we started clicking, and then we started bringing some guys like Russell, who we just acquired, and we let go Russell Westbrook. We traded him because he was a problem. Yeah,
No chemistry.
I just never understood why we even brought him in the first place. You know, when we signed him like maybe 2 years ago, we thought maybe he would be a good player, but I was kind of like against the signing. I said, dude, this guy's a locker room cancer. No.
Yeah, no, I've always seen videos of him like getting into with fans and just.
And the reporters.
I mean, he could shoot. He's got a shot. He can still do his thing. He was like the number one. Well, George and Kawhi were out, so I mean, he had to do something. But yeah, I'm glad we got rid of him. There's in basketball, I think the most important thing is chemistry with the guys on the court. So
yeah, you got to have guys that want to be here and want to work together. And LeBron was a leader on this team, so he wanted to make sure this was on the same page. Because usually when people say, "Oh, if Westbrook had problems in the past, maybe LeBron can fix it," I don't think LeBron could even fix that guy. It's just you have to fit with the team.
yeah, no, we're gonna close it out tonight for sure.
Hopefully, man. But
start in about an hour.
Yeah, it is. I'm probably gonna go tune in like pretty soon. But here's an interesting question. I know the draft's coming up like within tomorrow, but we're not gonna get. We don't got a first round until maybe the third round pick we get.
Yeah.
So here's a good question from Corey Davis. Who do you think we are going to draft with our first pick? Do you think we're going to move up? Where do you think we could move up to the first or second?
Man, I have no clue who we will get. What, we have like third round or something.
We have three third round picks that are compensatory picks. We have 11 total picks, but they're all from 3 from day 2, and then you got 8 from day 3. So it's like, okay. I mean, there's other ways we can move up, but I don't think what.
We don't need to move up. We always find gems in those rounds. Anyways, I'm sure Shanahan's probably going to fucking draft another running back
that we don't even need. Like I'm just like,
and I'm sure he's going to draft someone. Maybe another D lineman, some O line for sure.
I'm hoping the safety for once.
We're pretty stacked, man.
I think we need a safety who can be developed and replace Gibson next year.
Right. Yeah, no. Whatever we choose, whoever we pick and select in those rounds, I have no doubt that our front office isn't on top of this shit. I mean, they always pick. It's like even Danny Gray, like I think he's gonna like have an Ayuk like career. Like he'll come out next season and just go out.
I think the only reason why he hasn't been on the field is because they want him to block a little more, and I think that's what Shanahan values the most. But Danny Gray's got that speed that you can't teach.
Yeah.
So, and I think this can be interesting. I don't think we even plan on drafting wide receivers. We just signed 2 veteran wide receivers, Chris Conley, and then we just signed Willie Snead. So I'm guessing we're probably not going to draft one. So I think we'll probably – I'm like, okay, like to be realistic, if we were to trade up, I can see us moving in the early thirds or maybe mid-third rounds. But I don't see us going into the second round because – if you want somebody, the front office ain't going to hesitate. They're going to try to get that player if they want to. So I can see possibly maybe the early thirds to maybe the mid-third rounds that will move up to get somebody because we have like 3 third-round picks that are compensatory picks that you can move up with.
Right. I feel like the draft this year is like kind of like last year's. Like we didn't have no first round either last year, right?
Yep.
And then so it's just like that was the name of the pin I dropped last year. It was F this draft because it was like no one was even F this draft. It was a Robbie Gold pin. And
like, dude, I gotta see some of those pins you got, bro. Like, I seen the one for sales. That one's pretty dope one, but I gotta see that one.
Oh, my logo one? Yeah, I'll send you a little package, bro. I got you.
Oh yeah. So yeah, dude. Like, remember how the Rams used to have that motto, "F them picks"?
Yeah.
You know what their motto is from F them picks now to do you got any more draft picks?
I'm still like, I can't believe they won that year, man. Like, what?
Yeah, it is. They just cashed in. They cashed in everything. They even sold. Dude, the Rams even sold their soul to the devil just to get a Super Bowl. Oh,
man, we would have won that Super Bowl for sure against.
Yeah, it's not for that unfortunate situation, but yeah, it's like it's kind of been weird how we just been bad luck. We've been unfortunate. Man, Tard drops that interception. Could have been different, but I don't know. Man, dude, quarterback Brock Purdy's injury could have been different, but man, it's like we're just never meant to be lucky. It's like
I remember I went to that game, and I was with my boy Yuri, and we had a couple drinks, and they were giving us shit, the Philly fans, and that was the first drive, right, when he got hurt.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no wait, it was the second series drive that he got injured.
Oh, that we had.
I think it was first. I think it was first drive. Maybe I was wrong.
It was first or second, right? It had to have been. But all I remember was just looking at my phone. Like sometimes I'll just check and shit, and I look up, and it's like he's gone, and I'm like, he's coming back. And then what's his name? Josh Johnson.
Yeah, he goes out there, journeyman quarterback that's
I don't
been
even know
on.
his fucking name. And I'm like, oh my god, we paid $2,000 to come see this guy. And he just was all downhill from there. And then even CMC scored that one touchdown, but
That
man,
was it.
they just fucking trampled us after that.
There was just nothing we can do about it. That's just the sad part. It was just gut wrenching, like hurting us. Like, man, like.
And then that flight home, going to the airport, everything, spending the night there one more night. Oh man.
It must have been a lot of hell just to deal with those Philly fans going out there. They probably seen you wearing that Niner gear. They were talking probably hella smack on you.
Hell smack. Hey, a lot of them are all talk though, man, because I seen videos of people that were walking the same way that we walked, and they were getting like hot dogs. These were like smaller guys. And I was with my boy Yuri. He's a big guy. He's big. He's taller than me. And so like we were walking and we were talking shit too, but like people were saying they were getting like cans thrown at them, hot dogs.
I heard they're worse than the Raider fans.
Oh man, it's a lot of no class out there. Even the city is just like dirty. It's like completely dirty. It's just like I grew up in a town like that kind of, but I mean, I didn't like become an adult in that town. And it's crazy to see like how everyone just like is like. I'm not gonna say all of them are like that. Like I met some people that were dope from Philly out there, but I mean the majority is just like, man, like.
I mean, that fan base does give them a bad look, but there is some good Philly fans I know of that aren't like that. But
yeah, no, I know a few.
Yeah, but when you look at the reputation, man, you can put them above the Raider fans because even though the Raider fans are notorious in some other ways, but Philadelphia fans, like the Eagle fans, they top the list. Not even close. Like, I mean, if you experience, like, you just experience how they treated other opposing fans, right? Throw stuff. I don't think Raider fans would even do something like that unless they felt the need to, right? Like, there's a difference. Fighting in the parking spot, other stuff. I'm pretty sure a lot of Eagle fans will gang up on people.
Yeah, no, just being out there is like, I've never been to an away game like that. It was just like you just felt like straight hostility.
They treated like opposing fans like they were terrorists or some shit like that.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I don't think so, Corey. I think goal is done, bro. I think we're probably just gonna go draft a kicker because we already got Zane Gonzalez.
Oh, Robbie Gold? No, he's gone, right? He's older. I mean, shit. A kicker, I feel like you shouldn't be even. You got just one job: put the damn ball through the damn goalpost.
Yeah, I think as far as like our linebacking core, we got some guys we developed, so I think we do got one of the best linebacking cores in our division. So that answers Carcass's question right there. Yeah, hell yeah.
Gonna miss Greenlaw.
Not Greenlaw, you mean Ashair?
Right, that's right. Ashair. He's actually the only Niner that was on the current roster that followed me.
Oh, Ashair?
Yeah, I met his girlfriend a couple times on the field, and she actually had the pins because I'll make the pins of the players, send them to my guy that I know in the office, and he'll distribute them to them, and then I guess they just give them to their family members or whoever. Yeah. And she had the pin wearing; she was wearing the pin, and I was like, "Tell him to follow me," and she actually said it, and he actually did. So.
That's cool, bro. That speaks volume. You know what's even cooler, bro, was just interacting with Brian Young, like against the Cardinals game where I just saw him in person and he was surprised, bro. I just came in and just snuck up on him and he didn't even see it coming, bro. I have this video to this day, bro, where he kind of had that weird reaction where he's like, what? I was like, what? Yeah, Brian Young, I had that video. Like, I still have it on one of my old channels.
I'm doing I'm gonna be up in the Bay this weekend at there's a big signing at the convention center right there across the street from from the Levi's. Brian Young's gonna be there, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Bosa, CMC. You should try to come up, man. If you can. How far is that drive for you?
2.5 hour drive, bro.
It's Saturday and Sunday. I've been promoting it on my page. Fred Warner's gonna be there. Brian Young.
I would be down to go there, but it's just distance wise, bro. Like I only go in like season games wise, but let's see. Cardcast, do it. I think you do need a very good quarterback, like a quarterback who can do more than just manage the game. But I think great quarterbacks, you don't have to have a great quarterback as long as you have a quarterback who can do a little more than manage the game.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why we have a stacked roster because we don't have to pay a quarterback
Exactly.
millions and millions of dollars. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like Brady had a lot of help, but I mean,
But he did more than manage the game. There's a
right,
difference.
our
Yeah.
team does not need like a Brady or even a Kyler Murray. I feel like wouldn't even fit in our offense.
Oh no, he would be kind of like an RG3 treatment, bro.
True, and that's true. We are able to keep our roster stacked like that because we don't have to pay a quarterback.
Yeah, like who needs to pay big money on these quarterbacks if you can get one like on rookie deals or get one on the bargain, like something like a Sam Darnold? I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I think for a team to win a Super Bowl, you got to at least have a quarterback who's maybe like in the top 15 or at least can do more than manage the game. Like,
Yeah.
because if you just get a game managing quarterback, that can do so much. Your running game has to be world beaters. Your defense has to play lights out like crazy, bro. And it just doesn't happen overnight. So it's like, I mean,
still stacked too.
It's gonna be rare. You don't get none of these Brad Johnsons no more in today's football, bro. Like they were managing games and winning games when it mattered, but you don't get those kind of quarterbacks. They got to be more than just manage the game. They have to at least do like make big time plays.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh man, you got some Seahawk fans in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, yeah. A couple of these Seattle fans, they're good people. They're not like some of those other 12 fans. They're a little, you get some of those cocky fans, but they're good people.
Gotcha.
Seahawks Eddie's like one of my followers. Good dude. Talks more than just football. He talks Lakers and other stuff, so we're cool.
For sure, bro.
Oh yeah. Here's a good question. So, question for you both in roster structures: what would you rather be, the GM of the Chiefs or the Eagles? Look at the Eagles; they have the highest. Man, I don't know. I don't want to pick on other teams, but I think the Chiefs have everything, bro. Chiefs, they just got they got a quarterback, bro. They got a franchise quarterback. Eagles, they're kind of like they're in the weaker conference. Chiefs are running their own conference, bro. They're running the AFC. So it's pretty obvious I would probably take the Chiefs at that spot.
What did you say? Would you rather be the GM of? Yeah,
I guess so.
I hate fuck Philly, man. I wouldn't. You couldn't pay me to be there.
Yeah, right. That's why I said Kansas City, because at least yeah, Mahomes, Andy Reid makes my job easy, and I'll find some guys. Philadelphia, they're going to be on the decline because of paying Jalen Hurts a lot of money.
Yeah, we already got one of their main guys, Hargrave.
Yeah. What was your reaction when you found out about that, bro? That caught me by surprise.
Oh man, I was stoked. I started working on the pin as soon as they told us about it. I got a sick ass pin idea for him too, and it tells his last name, but we'll wait till the season to reveal that. But he's gonna be a beast right there, man. Whew.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be kind of like how we had with
Bosa
and Drake Jackson if we give him a chance, for sure. Yeah,
Drake Jackson. Yeah, my guy needs to come back.
Yeah, for real.
You gotta put on some weight or something.
Oh yeah, I think put in some conditioning too, which I've heard.
That's why he didn't play in the postseason. I think he was just a little too small. I'm good friends with his mom, and she was telling me that for those series, those games, they were gonna run the rock a lot, and they needed the bigger guys in there. And he's still he's like 21 years old, so he's got time.
He's still young.
Up and get his game together and shine too.
He's got the athleticism that you can't coach, and he can bend. So it's like it's good traits to have, and I think he'll just reach his ceiling this upcoming season because you have Javon Hargrave, you have Armstead, and Bosa. They're going to focus on those guys more than him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when he played at U.S.C., they were focusing on him.
I didn't watch him too much at U.S.C.
That's part why his production wasn't all that great, because they were putting him at a place. Like, they try to put him at outside linebacker, edge rush. They had him drop weight or gain weight here and there, and he was just at a place, but he still produced. For sure. Not as much, Okay, so who is your draft crush? We'll probably end this on a high note. We'll just answer one more question. But so my draft crush, man, so I have to be non-biased about Oklahoma, so I'm probably going to have to take them off the picture on this one. So, okay, so draft crush as much as I want. Man, this year's draft class, I like Trey was it Travius Hodges Tomlinson? I think he's one of the best secondaries from TCU. I think the guy can play the nickel. He can play the free safety. You could put him anywhere in the secondary. I don't care about his size, bro. Even though he's LaDamon's nephew, but if you watch this guy play, bro, he makes tackles. He doesn't miss tackles, and he plays bigger than his size. And I like that about a prospect.
For sure. Shit, I can't even tell you who's in the draft.
Yeah,
I'm not a college guy, bro. I don't know. I watch a couple. You know, when we weren't in position to get picks like that, that's when I like pay attention. But as far as that, I know that I watched a little bit of the combine. That one quarterback, is his last name Levy or Levi?
Oh, Levis, yeah, Levis.
They said he was going to go number one, but I don't think so. The other kid's going to go number one, Brian or something, right?
You mean Bryce Young?
Yeah, Bryce Young.
I heard it's between him and Stroud.
Right.
Yeah, but
that kid had a cannon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's some arm talent from these quarterbacks. Like, I think the one quarterback that people might want to take a chance on is the guy from Tennessee, Hendon Hooker. I think you can get him in the second or third round and develop him.
Man, these days you don't. They could tell now quick if a quarterback is going to be like that guy or not. It used to take like maybe what, like say like 2-3 years. I feel like by like the second year, you know, like even look at Zach Wilson, he's done.
Yeah, they're giving up on him too soon. So yeah, it's Kyle right for coaching us
to know. That guy, you just know. I feel like it's just we're in a new era, new times. Like everything's so quick now. Like we know who's not.
Whether we agree with this or not, Kyle just knows how to put a roster, but it's just the quarterback injuries is the problem. But other than that, I definitely like to see the Niners and Eagles on a rematch. So we'll see. But for everybody else, man, thanks you guys for tuning in. But for my boy Tommy, bro, tell everybody where they can find your social media platform, and we'll definitely catch up sometime soon, bro.
Yeah, man, appreciate you for having me. We got 49ers for sale, guys. It's just 49ers, number 4, sale.com. I'm on Twitter with that name, TikTok. And then the website's that we drop a pin every Saturday. We got a Darth Vader pin coming out this Saturday for May the 4th. And yeah, man, appreciate you having me, bro. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Anytime, bro. For everybody else, thank you guys for tuning in. And shout out to my boy, Tommy Nello. Go check him out. And